Well, fiber fuel may have been cut from Cars 3. For whatever reason, the Piston Cup sponsor did not receive a Cars 3 stock car or Cars 3 Next Gen. I'm not sure why, but Pixar ended up doing that for 5 other Piston Cup racing sponsors from the first Cars movie as well. For whatever reason, they just wanted to make some new ones. And honestly, I'm not that upset about it because it, gave us some new brands in the world of cars. And that's always nice, like Carbon Cyber, Synergy, what else? Combustor? Oh yeah, Combustor was a new one. I can't think of any other ones. I think there's 2 more. But anyways, fiber fuel was replaced. But luckily, the NASCAR diecast line saved it, and it is back with a brand new Next Gen. Welcome on back to the Cars Garage, everyone. Today, of course, you guys know we're taking a look at GoGo Logano, obviously based off of the real-life NASCAR driver, Joey Logano. Very similar name as well. I like the name GoGo. But anyways, he is the fiber fuel Next Gen, obviously not canonical to the film, so in any way, really. But we already taken a look at Jackson Storm and McQueen over there. So now it's time to finally take a look at a new character. Completely new. Obviously wasn't in any of the movies. And yeah, I mean, this car wouldn't have been possible without this NASCAR diecast line. I really like the idea of this, basically giving these Piston Cup sponsors that weren't in the film a second chance to, still get a new diecast out of it. Very cool. Now, they don't look perfect. They definitely don't look like if Pixar fully designed them, I don't think. Because obviously, all of them don't even feature new logos. They're all the same. And all the Next Gens in Cars 3 had new logos, so kind of upsetting there. But oh well, we'll take a closer look at him when we open him. But first off, take a quick look at the packaging. It's obviously the same as the one on Jackson Storm. This is a 2022 variant of GoGo, but they did not, for whatever reason, change the packaging to update McQueen with his new Next Gen wheels. Still the old Rusty's or Lightyear text on the wheels. And still the same old rims. Just had the metal logo up there. Choking hazard. Very nice NASCAR logo. Always cool to see it on these cars' packaging. But a nice selection of cars on the back. We have Ryan Inside Laney, Chase Racelot, William Byrev, who I'm really excited to get him. I don't know if I'll find him where I live at the Dollarama. I forgot to mention, yes, I did find all these at the Dollarama. We'll talk about that in a second. But Crew Chief Mater, GoGo Logano himself, and Lightning McQueen, of course. But yeah, I found all of these NASCAR diecast I'm reviewing at the Dollarama here in Canada. For some reason, they never showed up at Walmart's here, because that is the place that these cars were exclusive to in 2021 and 2022. But they never hit Canada for some reason, so I was really happy that now they're showing up here at dollar stores, because I guess maybe they just didn't sell well in the States. I'm not really too sure on that, but I was actually able to pick up 2 GoGo Loganos, and I realized that they actually are a little bit different. They're both made in Vietnam, as all these cars are from the NASCAR line. But I was looking at them, I'm like, one of them is definitely different. They are not the exact same for sure. I was trying to figure out what's so different about them, and I realized one of them has duller paint than the other. So this is the one I was just showing you guys. It has much duller paint than this one on the right here. Might be hard to tell on camera, but if you really take a close look, also the decals, they're very blurry on this one, which is brighter, and this one has much clearer decals. And you can just see like the white text behind, or like the white trim around the 22 logo there. Definitely some differences. At least my eyes, I can see it. I don't know, maybe you can on camera. I'm definitely seeing some differences though. So it raises the question, which one do I open? Because I was expecting them to be the exact same, and I bought 2 because they're so cheap, why not? Keep it on the package. But now it's kind of like, I don't know, what one do I open? But I think I've decided to go with the duller one, just because, well, obviously his decals are better, and, I mean, it's not even that dull, it's still a bright color and everything, still looks good, and I really want to take a look at the decals up close and everything, and they'll look better if they're clearer. These ones definitely are pretty blurry. I don't like the number 22 text as much without that white trim. Well, it's still there, I guess, it's just kind of smeared together. But anyways, all the inconsistencies from Vietnam. But anyways, luckily they don't make cars from Vietnam anymore, thankfully. But without any further ado, let's get GoGo Logano all out of his package so we can take a closer look at him. GoGo certainly does look amazing out of the packaging, and I love his color scheme, because not only does it, match the fiber fuel look of the car from the first car in the movie, Brushed Curber, but also, it's actually very reminiscent of the color scheme used on Joey Logano's real-life NASCAR race car that he has, or at least the one that he had in 2021 when the series came out. But I believe he still has it. He races for Pennzoil, which is a brand, I don't really know what it is. I think it's a gasoline brand. I'm not sure. I'm not from the States, but I'm from Canada. So I'm not really sure. We don't have Pennzoil over here, I don't think. But yeah, I don't think it's that similar to fiber fuel, but who knows. Anyways, the point is, it's a very similar color scheme to GoGo Logano's car right here. So pretty cool. And he actually really does have the number 22 in real life as well. Here's his nice little pit stop barrier though. Fiber fuel logo, some wheat in the back, and a nice two-tone design with the really light color yellow and some bright red, the number 22. Put that back there. Now let's take a closer look at GoGo's design, because I really do like it, but, like I said before, would have been nice if they would have changed the logos, because it really just dates the car, I think, like the design. It really doesn't look like, if this was the next gen, like, it just doesn't match the overall modern aesthetic that most of the next gens from Cars 3 have. Like some of them, like, I feel like Roddy Evan Bush, for example, really cool design. That one works perfectly. But for this guy, I just feel like it doesn't look modern enough to be a next gen. Especially like the number, the logo, like the font they used. I don't know. I'm not in love with it, but it does look nice. I mean, to be honest, I'm not a huge fan of the modern aesthetic myself, so I guess I probably should like this, but it just doesn't look like what I would have envisioned a fiber fuel next gen to look like. Pretty simple on the front end of things here. On the hood, slanted fiber fuel logo with some wheat in the back. Same wheat decals that they used on Brushed Curber, the Cars 1 stock car for fiber fuel. I think at least it looks similar. But he does have a different color hood, which is nice, that light yellow color again. His main color is actually a pretty bright yellow. All the lighter yellow elements that he has makes it seem like he's a dull car, but he really does have a pretty bright color. It reminds me more of the brand Shell, the gasoline brand, more than it does Pennzoil, but I'm not really sure. I don't really know what Pennzoil is, to be honest. I love this design he has, though, on the side. It is pretty nice, whether it's modern enough or not. It says, "I'm running regular." Wow, I didn't even realize it said that. I thought it just said running regular, but it does say I'm. That's pretty cool. Running regular, I think, is a term used for gasoline, I think. Like regular gasoline. To be honest, I'm not really sure. Maybe fiber fuel is gasoline. Is it? I don't even know. I think fiber fuel is a brand of, I thought it was more like supposed to be like cereal for cars, but who knows? Maybe it's a pun on cereal and it's really gasoline. I probably should have done some research before this review, but anyways, giant number 22 on the side here with some wheat in the background once again, and he's cool. He does have that little red triangle, which indicates to the pit crew where to let them up to change the tires. He does have the older style of next-gen rims, different from the ones in 2022 that they used. Got that green around the gas cap, fiber fuel logo over the wheel well there, and of course the contingency sponsors, which all the next gens have, these exact same ones. Gets a bit repetitive after a while, but piston cup, combustor, carbon fiber, and synergy. Ironically, those are all the new ones. All three of those ones, they're all the ones that Pixar added in Cars 3. They weren't in Cars 1, ironically, because this is obviously one that was only in Cars 1, not Cars 3. But anyways, in the back, pretty simplistic. Got the number 22. Got his rookie racing stripes, which are orange, more orange than they are yellow. Of course, his paint job is yellow, so it'd blend right in. Even got some red around it, some trim. Kind of nice, and says fiber fuel, I'm running regular, once again. Nice taillights, but it's weird. The taillights are outlined, but then they like put a different shape over them, so looks a bit strange. You can kind of see it coming through there. Got a little spoiler wing. Pretty nice. It's just plastic, obviously. I do like the spoiler actually a lot. Fiber fuel logo. And even got some wheat up there. I didn't realize that. Pretty cool. Number 22 on top. Can't miss that. Yeah, and then his eyelids are the classic yellow color that he has. Very blurry on the eyes, though, unfortunately. Kind of sucks there. But he does have those little tiny, whatchamacallits, those little window nets that all the NASCAR diecast have. I like the red trim he has, though. I thought all the wheels were the same for all these NASCAR diecasts, but clearly not. Maybe they are, actually. I'm not sure. I don't have many of them opened up yet. Here's a look at the base, though. Made in Vietnam. There's his date stamp. Don't know how to read it, though. Definitely. This is a nice car, for sure. I really do like it a lot. And it's always nice to get just a car that didn't appear in the movies. It's refreshing once in a while to get something like this. Because Mattel doesn't usually tend to do this. Like the Disney Store, when they made cars back in the day, they always made brand new paint jobs for characters. But like this isn't even a new paint job. This is a completely new character. Even though, of course, it does use the same model as most next gens have. Still, you know, it's brand new. Brand new character and everything that really doesn't exist in the world of cars. Or maybe he does, but I don't think exactly like this. Once again, just an extended line. Doesn't have to make much sense. But here's NASCAR McQueen, which we reviewed about a week ago now. This is the 2022 variant of him with those next-gen wheels. I really love this design. Looks awesome. I can't wait to get all these NASCAR diecast opened up and everything. Like I said, I have a few of them. We got Jackson Storm over there. We already opened up. And then, the other ones I have in the package include Eric Almirola and Bubba Wheelhouse and Rowdy Heaven Bush. So definitely some good ones, for sure. Those are some of the most liked upon ones, I would say. Probably. Here's Jackson Storm, though. Pretty awesome. But I'm not a huge fan of his design. Just think the quality control's a bit off. Could be better. Could be worse, I guess. But probably not that much worse. Alright, so I went ahead and did some research on Fiber Fuel, because it's, like I said, it's one of those brands I, for some reason, am not familiar enough with. I guess probably because it wasn't in Cars 3. That's probably why, to be honest. I just don't hear the name enough, Fiber Fuel. But it says it's a diet enhancer. It's still a fuel. Obviously, it's called Fiber Fuel. It makes sense now. The word fuel is in the name. For some reason, I wasn't quite sure if it was a fuel or not. But it is. It is kind of like, I guess, made from wheat, it said. And yeah, just kind of like a diet enhancer to help cars run better. So it's pretty cool. So I guess you can kind of think of it as a health supplement in a way. But anyways, here is Brush Kerber, the Cars 1 stock car for Fiber Fuel. Very similar design. I mean, even the hoods, how they had the, you know, different color on the hoods there, still kind of intact. They still kind of did that again. Obviously, a little bit less red on Brush, more like a darker red, whereas it's more vibrant on GoGo, and I'm sure it would be even more vibrant if I would have opened up the other one. Obviously, the number is different. That's one of the biggest changes. Went from 56 to 22. Obviously, because GoGo Logano's real number in real life is 22. So they wanted to make that correlate to him. Makes sense. They did that for a few cars in Cars 3 as well, like Bo Wheelhouse, I think, Chase Racelot, and Ryan Inside Laney, I think. But, yeah, pretty cool. They're pretty similar. I mean, more similar than most stock cars to next gens are. But I guess it's not really a bad thing. I mean, this is an extended line. I should lower my expectations a little bit, I think. And I'm glad to say we actually have one more member of the Fiber Fuel Racing team. That is Megan Shifter here, the Pity for Brush Kerber in Cars 1. Really like this Pity because she actually has some decals on her, rather than just the Fiber Fuel logo. She actually has some wheat decaling on the side, so pretty cool. Even has the Fiber Fuel logo on the hat. And we even have mandatory stack of tires and tool cart. But anyways, let me know what your favorite Fiber Fuel Racing team member is. I gotta say, I don't know, I think I gotta go with the Brush Kerber still, because he's obviously classic, has a more classic design. But I love all the attention these brands have gotten with the NASCAR series. And I think the next one we do will be more exciting with Retread, because that's a cool brand. We'll see. That one's really different, actually, from the original All-In Gas. But anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see y'all next time on the Cars Garage.